My name is Judy Gillette. I live at Purity at Mountain Edge. I've lived there for 7 years now. My experience with the HOA has been, first, I used to own 3 fitness studios. I feel maintaining the property, be observant of the property, and respectful of the property, the way you came in and the way you left it. I've also lived in Summerlin. I respect the HOA as far as maintaining my property, making sure that I follow all the rules and regulations. So there's been 3 experiences by owning, leasing property, and by living in the Summerlin area, because there are rules and regulations. My top priority for this board is, onefold is, you got to be consistent with people that live in the neighborhood. 2, you got to let them know that people don't mind paying for HOAs, even if you raise the HOA, as long as they get what they pay for. Secondly, be timely with people. I know we all have the board that have to be approved, so forth and so on. Fourthly, I think we spend too much time sending out too many letters when we can just do emails. That will, okay. Running for the board is very important to me because I believe in rules and regulations. I believe in myself as a human being, and I believe in property value, and the people in the neighborhood that I live with amongst should also be conscientious of keeping the property value the way it should be.
Hi, my name is Brian Gunther, and I am running for Board of Directors of Mountain's Edge Master Association. My wife and I own a home in the Sterling Ridge community, and although we have only become residents of Mountain's Edge this year, we feel that we're in good company as over 1,000 families have found their new homes in Mountain's Edge over the past year. As a real estate investment project manager, regional property manager, and licensed real estate salesperson, I have extensive experience leading people, properties, and projects at a high level. I feel that my experience gives me a unique and uncommon skill set that makes me specifically qualified to help lead Mountain's Edge Master Association into the future. And as a homeowner, I feel that it's my duty to at least offer my services to the association for the betterment of the community. Thank you.
My name is Anthony Incorvian. I currently live in Coldwater Crossing. My wife and I have been a resident of Mountain's Edge for 12 years. I currently serve as treasurer of the Board of Directors of Mountain's Edge and have served on the board since it became community controlled in 2015. I also serve on the Design Review Committee and the Community Standards Committee. I've had a successful career in construction and development and real estate, including high-level positions in both public and private companies. I've helped create and nurture several community associations until they were able to operate independently. I regularly met with homeowners to help resolve issues in their respective communities. In addition, I'm a former real estate broker in 3 states. I've got a business degree from Ohio State University with a major in finance. I'm a former infantry officer in the United States Army, and I currently serve as a tax consultant with H&R Block. My last 3 years on the board have allowed me to have a significant impact towards the progress and achievement of my original priorities and goals. I'd like to remain on the board so that I may continue to achieve the goals and priorities that we've established for the coming years. A few highlights of our accomplishments. We continue to pressure the county to complete infrastructure projects that were thwarted during the housing crisis. We've improved security services within the community and improved coordination of activities with Metro. We've improved communication with our residents through social media, and we provide lifestyle activities to nurture a culture of optimal living with our families. We've refined enforcement covenants and restrictions to protect the investment values of Mountain's Edge. We also review and monitor HOA operations and play a major role in the budgetary process. I'd be honored to continue to serve on the board and continue the leadership needed to maximize the home values and keep Mountain's Edge the premier community in our area.
Hi, my name is Heather Martin. I lived in Mountain's Edge for 10, going on 11 years now. I started back in 2012 with the HOA volunteering when I was thinking, hey, what could I do to better the community that I live in, not only Las Vegas as a whole, where I volunteered with other organizations such as Junior League, Help Ronald McDonald House, Girl Scouts, etc. There's a few more on that list, but I was like, how could I really give back to where I live? I saw the email, the weekly newsletter, and saw, oh, they need somebody for NAC. Sounds easy enough, I'll do it. And that started my HOA volunteering. Since the NAC committee, I've also served on the Ad Hoc Patrol Committee along with Parks, Paseos, and Safety. I've served as both chairs and vice chairs, and now I am currently on the board this year. Being on the board is a great experience to see really how much great things happen in this community, and I want to continue to see that flourish and grow in our area. I want to give back to my community to make sure our home values are staying at high levels, increasing even more, that the land around us is flourishing, that everything's going great in the community. I think my top priority, if I was to be reelected again to serve on the board, would be the beautification of our area, because Mountain's Edge is a wonderful place to live. I hope you get out there and vote. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sandra Nice-Wonder. I live at Augusta, Belfort, Ellenwood. I lived here 6 years. We moved from Henderson, and don't have much experience really, other than I work with the committee for our community basically as a volunteer for the landscaping. Working on that right now. We just finished doing the landscaping for both entrances, and eventually, perhaps after the holidays, we'll do the inside. But I was very excited to work on that, and looking forward to doing the interior as well. Top priority for the election board of directors, well, whatever comes along, I'm willing to work at it and do my best. What made me come to the board, actually my husband, to be honestly, but here I am, and I think that one of the qualities that I have, I'm Spanish speaking. If I have to speak to someone that's Spanish speaking, I'm fluent both English and Spanish, and so I'm willing to do whatever I can to provide for my community, our neighborhood.
My name's Sabrina Patrick, and I reside in the Las Colinas community, and I've lived there for approximately 2 years now, and I've served on a couple sub-association committees and also one master planned community in California, very similar to Mountain's Edge, actually quite larger, an entire city, zip code, brand new. So that's my experience as it relates to serving on a homeowners association board. And I would say the reason that I want to run for the board of directors is that I want to give back to my community in a meaningful and impactful way, and I feel like this is probably the most meaningful and impactful way to do that. And as far as top priority if elected, I would say my only priority really is to just be fair and do the best job I possibly can with the highest level of integrity. So that's it.
Hello, my name is Cameron Schartzberg-Beyer, a current Mountain's Edge Master Association board member seeking re-election. I've been a member of the board since 2017 and an active volunteer and community member since moving to the Quintessa community in 2015. As an 8-year professional in the hospitality industry, I apply the same standards and values from my day job as I do when serving you as a homeowner. My first value is listening to feedback from guests, or in this case, you as a homeowner. I'm very tuned into social media and open to feedback and suggestions from the community. And while not every suggestion is guaranteed to be implemented, I can assure you that it will not go unheard. I'm also always available to answer questions about the association, clarify any misconceptions about board initiatives, or direct you to the best source of information. On the same accord, I make fact-based, data-driven decisions when it pertains to the community. Our board prides itself on gathering as much information as possible to ensure we are getting the best return on investment for products and services for Mountain's Edge. An example of one of the many projects we have slated to improve Mountain's Edge is a community dog park. Even though I myself do not own any pets, there was an overwhelming response from homeowners to add this amenity. Backed by survey data, feedback from other communities, I spearheaded an approval in our budget to construct a dog park. And while this amenity was pushed back to focus on larger community priorities in 2018, I feel confident that myself, the board, our dog park committee will outline a more detailed plan in the next few months. To be frank, some of the candidates in this election I've never seen at a single board meeting or committee meeting, and therefore I question their ability to improve a structure that they have a lack of exposure to, and you should as well. I appreciate your vote and look forward to keeping Mountain's Edge one of the premier places to live in Las Vegas. Thank you.
Yes, my name is called Adolf Sang, or I live in the Venturia neighborhood. And I've been there since June 2016. That's about 2 years and 3 months. My experience of recruiting is I once worked for the natural resources and also certain private sector company. My job bills are found out actually natural resources has a very similar structure, or the system has a Mount Edge. They also have a division park, something like that, and also involved in that. Actually, I run for this board election because I like to work for this community in order to get everybody happy, also have a better future best. When I work for the government or something like that, my experience also included as landscaping, also real estate, and also the inspection of the site. This I found is very similar to here. After all, as I say this, I like to work for this community as Mount Edges. With all my experience and all the knowledge I have, I'm going to try to do my best. After all, I'd like to thank everybody on the date of November to give me a vote. Thank indeed.